I feel like this time of day is the hardest time to stay busy whatsoever. Like 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. or even earlier, like 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. Probably rideshare, surprisingly, might be the busiest because you have airport runs in the morning. I mean, food delivery, what restaurants are even open from 6 until like, I don't know, maybe 9 a.m., like breakfast spots, Dunkin', your local breakfast spots and Starbucks. So there's that, like limited selection. Who is even up, especially on the weekend? Some people are recovering, what have you. But I got this one, all right? This is why you have to multi-niche. You have to be activated on most every one of these major, I'll say, platforms, and then big ones in your local market as well. So this is on point pickup. It's just a grocery pickup, super easy. I don't even have to shop for this stuff. So it's $11.53, 3.19 miles, not bad. And it's not pulling me that far away from a power strip. Those are areas that are really dense with restaurants, stores, what have you, just to keep you busy. Uber Eats wasn't really doing much. Nothing yet on Shipt or Instacart. And this vehicle needs to get re-inspected for Uber on rideshare. So I'll do that tomorrow or today, whatever. So I'm liking point pickup. So let's see, can I chain this into something after it? Because the point is you want to stay busy. So you're not wasting your time when you're out there. All right, just got to the curbside pickup for the Giant Eagle, the grocery store I'm doing the run for. I'm betting this is going to take less than 5 minutes. Point pickup, I just got to let them know I'm here. I don't have to call though. It's all in the app. And they typically come out in 5 minutes or less, at least in the handful of runs that I've done. That's not the case for Walmart Spark, let's say. Now, I was considering GoPuff as well in the multi-apping, multi-niching, because that warehouse opens at 7 a.m., but I didn't think it was going to be that busy. So I'm betting I'm like one of the first runs that they got here. All right, pickup complete in about 5 minutes, and the associate did not want to talk to me. It's 8 a.m., so I understand it's a little early for some. I asked him, like, when do you start taking runs? Like, when is your system open, basically? He said 7. So this order request came across somewhere between like what, 7:30, 7:20? All right, that's all done. But I'll tell you, I mean, point pickup works fine until the drop off. And it's not like there's glitches. It's not like there's problems per se at the drop off, but their system of operations is one of the most confusing, I'd say, to finish the delivery. So I have to confirm the right address. That's fine. Then I have to get the customer's signature. Okay, get the customer's signature. Okay, I'm there with all my bags and stuff. And then what happens when the customer meets you at the door for the signature? They're gonna take the groceries. But actually, the next step is to get a picture of the groceries. So you gotta be like, oh, hold on, I gotta take a picture of the groceries. And then I had 2 trips, which is fine. And then you have to take a picture of the building. So if they're still there and you're talking to them, handing off the stuff, then like, you would think you're the first one to leave, but then you have to be like, oh, hold on, I gotta take a picture of the building, which seems kind of weird. I get it for security reasons to make the delivery, but no one else really does that. And then the pictures were kind of glitchy, and I didn't even know if the pictures took, so it said retake pictures, and that was kind of confusing. And then I indicated how I handed off the order to the customer. Point pickup, there's really not much going on right now. There's no available pickups, so I'm looking on most every other platform. And I was considering this shop and deliver on Spark. It's down in West Mifflin, you can see here south, and it comes all the way back up north, which is good for me. That's where I want to be. But it's going to take 25 minutes to get down there, 12 miles, and then another 9 miles to make the delivery. So like 21 miles total for $21.96. So I'd be doing all that, going down there 25 minutes, coming back up another 20 minutes. It's going to take 45 minutes for $21, $22 actually, which isn't bad, but then I'm getting like $1 a mile. So, and I have to shop for it. It's not the worst thing, but it's certainly not ideal. I had this shop and deliver on Instacart. It's not bad as far as the dollars to mile ratio. So we have $10.98, 4.7 miles. Again, a good dollars to mile ratio. It's a shop and deliver, but look, it's 6 items. That's not bad at all. So I thought about it for just a few seconds, and it was gone. So another shopper took it. I got something finally, not from GoPuff. So get this. I got another Instacart request. It's another shop and deliver. It's only 6 things. I'll take it, 10 units. And it's $12.85. It's starting in a good zone, not too far away, and it's ending right in the heart of the city. Super busy. Well, today, I don't know if it's super busy, but it's ending in the heart of the city. So 4.7 miles looks good. I've never done a non-grocery shop and deliver on Instacart. Guess how long that took for not a lot of items. I'm gonna get going, make this delivery so I don't tie up the customer here filming this section. So let me narrate. Watch what happened on this shop. So I swipe to start shopping. It says transitioning batch. And then I eventually get my list of only 6 items to shop for. So let's just start with this. Let's start with this Gaviscon antacid, this chewable thing, right? So I find the area of the aisle. It's labeled, I'm looking here, and I see the Gaviscon, but it's liquid. I'm like, all right, so I gotta be close by, right? I'm looking, and I'm looking for the chewables. I'm looking, there's not a lot of selection. I can't find it. But they're also looking for this right next to it, basically. It's the acid reducer. Okay, 42 capsules. And I basically find it. Okay, so I got it, and I scan it. Then it says this, it's incorrect. The item that you're looking for is the Walgreens brand. Look at this. It says you got the well at Walgreens. No, I didn't. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. If you try again, it's going to tell you the same thing. So you can manually override this. But back to this thing, I could not find it. There is no chewables. There's a liquid. So I clicked on that it wasn't available. So then if the backup isn't available, I click on that. It says find your own replacement from the same brand, around the same size, similarly priced, and I couldn't find anything. And the app said share a photo of similar items, and there was something similar. So look at this. So I go, hey, here's the Gaviscon stuff, but it's the liquid. If you want chewables, there's this chewable kind, and then there's this other thing. It's right, I don't know. It's all antacid, I guess, and it says chewable, so I took a picture of this one too. Now, luckily, in just a few seconds, they texted me back. They said, hey, the liquid's fine. Awesome, let's move on. But all right, so I navigate to the skincare aisle, and I'm looking for this now. So Clearasil Overnight Spot Patches. I couldn't find it. And I feel like it makes it even harder because I've never shopped at that particular Walgreens, at least not in years. I don't know how it's laid out, so I'm spending time. Guess, by the way, comment down below, how long do you think 6 items is to shop for? So I went to go get the water then, and I came back, an associate was walking by. I was like, hey, I'm looking for this. And then I was right by it. And I missed it in my frustration not being able to find this thing. So, okay, awesome. Found it. So let's go through the checkout process. Now here I had the card saved on Apple Pay in my digital wallet. Next, it says take a receipt photo. I think Ship does that as well. I'm pretty sure you have to take a picture of the receipt. So did that, took a picture of the receipt, and then it says, don't give it to the customer. They're going to get a digital copy. Awesome. So driving there and then shopping. Did you guess, by the way? If you didn't, you can comment down below and guess right now. So it took for 6 items, 17 minutes to shop for these items. I mean, food delivery or even like that point pickup, less than 5 minutes. Most all of these apps, the actual pickup, because I'm not a fan. Look, I'm not a fan of the shopping gigs. Shop and deliver on anything, on DoorDash, Uber Eats, on Instacart, on Walmart Spark, because again, being familiar with the store, navigating customer traffic, how is the checkout process? If you do have to wait in line, is the card going to work? Could there be problems there? And then again, out of stock items, communicating with the customer. Hopefully they get back to you. If not, you have to text again, you have to call them. So now delivering to a hotel in the Oakland area by the University of Pittsburgh, kind of that area here in Pittsburgh. So I pull in, put the 4-ways on, and I text them. I say, hey, do you want to meet me outside? I'm by the front lobby. I can meet you in the lobby, whatever works for you. It doesn't matter to me, right? You just want to make the handoff as fast as possible, right? Ideally, not having to go through the entire hotel to deliver to the room.
some of these apps and customers are going to ask you to do that. Just a heads up. I wouldn't have cared about that. Then a couple of minutes went by, like 4 or 5 minutes. And remember, the customer texted me when I was shopping. So I'm like, all right, cool. They're going to text me pretty much immediately here, especially as they're looking for these items. It looks like someone might be sick, so they probably want these items. And nothing. Like 4 or 5 minutes, so you send another text. I mean, yeah, after I say 4 or 5 minutes, I don't want to wait longer than that. I'm going to message them again. Of course, no, they don't come down, nothing. So another 3-4 minutes go by, and I'm like, well, I texted them twice. I'm standing here waiting. I'm just going to call them, right? I'm going to call them, reach them directly. And then it says this, which is kind of funny. It says, customer prefers to be texted. I think a lot of us prefer that. But it says, we strongly recommend abiding by the customer's preference and text instead of calling. Only call if absolutely necessary. So that caused me to wait like another minute or two. And then I'm like, no, you know what? I got to call them. I texted them twice. I'm waiting, 10 plus minutes now, by the way, which is way too long. So I'm going to call them. So boom, 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 do the little prompts on the app and I call. It should just be a second here. I mean, it's like, medicine and stuff. Surely they're, nope, no, nothing. At this point, I'm just going to leave it in the lobby. I've waited long enough. I could have gone to room X, whatever it was, but I was texting them twice. I called them, no response, and I'm wasting enough time. So I told the front desk, hey, is it okay if I leave it here? They say, yeah, just leave it on the table. And boom, left it here. And I texted them again. I said, hey, I'm leaving it in the lobby. And yeah, take the picture with enough context clues on the outside to let them know where it's at. It's right in the lobby. So with 24.4 business miles and that amount of gross revenue, I mean, slow. That's just the name of the game for this morning, slow. It's the weekend. It's the early morning. I started at like 7 something in the morning. I told you, I feel like that's the slowest time for these gig apps. Let me know if you agree with that. But many more shifts to come, hopefully busier afternoon, evening shifts. So let's try some different apps here. Let me know what you want to see, including Amazon Flex, Shipped, Uber Eats, more point pickup. Let me know what apps and shifts you want to see down below.